Summit, it's the World Summit Award. Naija, it's the World Summit, it's the World Summit, it's the World Summit Award. Oh, recognizing inventors is the World Summit Award. Oh yeah, celebrating good people. Anticipating now to see innovation from every nation now in science and technology, education and health, entertainment and e-business. Come hold my hand now so I could take you there. It's the World Summit Award. Recognizing inventors is the World Summit Award. Oh yeah, celebrating good people. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh no, oh no. See all these people looking so beautiful. From different nations, different colors and tongues. We are united by love, sent by God from above, taking the whole wide world by storm. So hold your breath now. I know you like what you see. You like what you see. You like what you see. Recognizing inventors is the World Summit Award. Oh yeah, celebrating good people. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh no, oh no. Welcome Africa, no. Welcome Asia, Europe, America, you welcome Australia. Welcome Africa, no. Welcome Asia, Europe, America, you welcome. It's the World Summit Award. Recognizing inventors is the World Summit Award. Oh yeah, celebrating good people. Production.
Right. Good afternoon, all. Yeah, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
How are you all?
We are doing well.
Sorry, hope that music was to make you get relaxed. And that is the World Summit Award theme song that the world celebrates with us with. Okay, so I think today we will be giving ourselves the opportunity to at least one for us to be able to meet, and two, to be able to meet you innovators. And I really thank you so much that you are here. In the house, I have I'm expecting some people to also join me. Okay, in the house, I already have Mr. Ikonde Samuel is joining us from Benue State. Ikonde Samuel is also a WSA national nominee, and so himself is already in the know and is informed about the process of the WSA for Nigeria particularly. So today, we will be looking at products that we have seen and particularly across about 4 categories that Nigeria is at least looking good for in the area of health, and have education, okay, and we have green energy, and we have business and commerce. Rather, I wanted to just take you through the award process, the World Summit Awards process, so that at least you get to be able to meet that at least some Nigerians in the past have done so well. We've done at least our records not too badly in Africa in the last, do I say 14, 15 years of my volunteerism for this as the WSA national expert for Nigeria, that we have actually not done too badly as a country, that we are particularly also happy that we influence other African nations to also do better, so that we're able to identify with some good jobs that people are doing from around Africa, and so that we'll be able to present some more qualitative competition with the global WSA process. So before I begin to take on you, the presenters, permit me to introduce Mr. Ikonde Samuel. Ikonde Samuel, would you like to unmute yourself and introduce yourself?
Yes. Good day, everyone. Is it clear now?
Please go ahead, please.
Is it? Oh, fine. It's a privilege to be here today, and I want to appreciate our able boss, the Nigerian expert. More grace, you are one of a kind. I tell people that it's a privilege that from my nomination since now, among several global impact statements, I must confess that the product I have through the business commerce find more expression. From the day I was enlisted through your platform in Innovation Bed, in fact, I have local investors who key into what I'm doing, several mini funding that come through. And why am I beginning this way? You know, the mindset of Africa, especially Nigeria, is corrupted. I saw the other day some youths mining. Of course, we are in the tech sector. We can't forget and underestimate the financial tech sector, of course, the mining and all that. But that there are more inclusion, there are more impact statement, there are more profit that we can gain if we actually pay attention to innovation. Spending that much time, you need. I innovated through the business and commercial niche, leveraging on what I have as a marketplace, a digital solution that seeks to provide solution for Benue State at large and Nigeria. What was my idea from my unique selling passion? I discovered that several agricultural products are being wasted. For some of us that know Benue State as food basket of the nation, you see that all through agricultural producing time, you see several oranges being wasted, you see several mangoes being wasted, you see local farmers there that doesn't have a good market need. So I was thinking in one, and I spoke using my digital and tech skills. So what do? Then I developed it. I was trying to see how my tech, my skills will find expression until the platform through Innovation Bed, which the World Summit Award now came in. And it's loud as I speak to you. The project is still under consideration though, and it has added to my local e-commerce platform, helping farmers find expression that increase importation. So why am I saying this? Don't underestimate the ideas that God has given you and the power of tech. So in summary, I'm happy to welcome the new innovators now today. I want you to go beyond that. Your product being selected to represent Nigeria and to travel out to showcase to the world that being alone on this platform is a win for you. So to every of you that your product today has been considered to be in review, I want to say congratulations in advance. So I might still have a close-up if I'm given the privilege to share some insight. But thank you so much, boss.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Samuel Ikande. And you truly defending Nigeria from the food basket of the nation. And please, we are hungry. Improve the food supplies. Thank you. So, or rather, I want to just get on the business because I have one of us joining us from, I have Musami Umar. Are you joining us from Cairo, Alexandria? And Musami Umar, are you joining us from Alexandria or Cairo? I know because he has 2 hours ahead of us. I would want to pick on him first. Okay, Musami, how are you?
Look, good morning, good evening, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
How do you do? So everybody on board is a co-host, and you will have the opportunity to share your screen. And as I speak, I'm actually trying to engage Musami Umar, and he's actually the producer for Rollmal, and he will let us know what Rollmal does. And this product is under the health category, and I have that privilege to welcome Musami Umar, who is actually joining us from Egypt. Please take your floor, Mr. Umar, Musami rather.
How do I share it?
Just press present. Press present. Autoplay.
No, present below. There's a button below.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Good afternoon, distinguished jury members. My name is Musami Umar Musami, and I'm excited to introduce you to Rollmal, a groundbreaking AI-powered app designed to combat malaria through real-time risk assessment and personalized prevention strategies. Malaria continues to be a global health challenge, particularly affecting vulnerable groups like pregnant women and children under 5. My goal with Rollmal is to provide an accessible, innovative solution to help people stay safe and healthy by preventing this life-threatening disease before it strikes. Rollmal is a free app that leverages AI technology to analyze user-reported symptoms and environmental factors in real time. Powered by the Gemini API, the app delivers precise malaria risk assessment tailored to each user's unique situation. Unlike existing malaria apps, which often provide generic information or general management tools, Rollmal offers personalized, actionable prevention strategies to help users take immediate steps to protect themselves. With its simple, intuitive interface, Rollmal allows users to quickly assess their risks and receive relevant guidance. The app is designed to be user-friendly even for individuals with limited technical experience. Whether it's advising a pregnant woman in a high zone risk or guiding a caretaker on preventive measures for the child. Role model provides clear, easy to understand recommendations. What makes role model stand out is the ability to provide real-time individual assessment. Most other solutions focus on education or awareness, but role model goes a step further by analyzing symptoms and offering personalized prevention advice. Assessing malaria risks on an individual level, the app empowers users to make informed decisions that could save lives. The impact of role model is especially significant in regions where malaria transmission is prevalent, and access to real-time medical advice is limited. Early detection and prevention can drastically reduce the number of infections and hospitalizations, directly contributing to improved health outcomes in vulnerable populations. Role model is designed to be sustainable as a free app. We plan to secure grants and sponsorship from organizations committed to global health and prevention and malaria prevention. Additionally, we aim to build partnership with health organizations and cooperation to expand the app's reach and effectiveness. As the app grows, we will also introduce optional donation features to allow users and supporters to contribute to its long-term development. In conclusion, role model is a game changer in the fight against malaria. By focusing on personalized prevention, it not only helps people understand their malaria risks, but also give them can make a significant impact on public health, reducing the burden of malaria in at-risk communities around the world. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to any questions you may have.
Great, thank you. Perhaps we'll just take all the presentations, and we can share questions with you later on so that we don't waste the time for today. But then let me just share a general comment that beautiful as your product may look, we need to perhaps look at how you have completed and titled your project so that you can be coherent. You know, sometimes the titles and namings that you have given to the projects appears not, you don't immediately see it, you know, so that we perhaps can work together within later on so that we can address that with the content that you already have. Some of you actually did a very good job in the response communications and things that you have provided, but quite so many people were very, very scanty, if at all they did anything. And this is where we said you should pay attention, because first is that this might be the first time we are talking together over your product. Subsequently, to be people from other countries that are are actually appraising your product or sharing comments. So the only liberty we have is just between now and when the entire globe, you know, is still having the time to tweak one thing or the other on your product. So thank you so very much, Mr. Tumaro. I appreciate it. So you can actually stop your screen. Share.
Okay. Thank you for the opportunity, sir.
Great. You can stop your share.
Okay, I think I've posted.
Oh, great. Thank you. That wasn't bad at all. And any other person with health products? Okay, none. So I move from there to education. Education, and particularly that's we have Compass AI. That's David Ojoawo. Is that right? Ojoawo, is that correct?
Yeah, Ojo. It's
Ojo.
Ojo.
Excellent.
Yes. Yeah, thank you.
Don't worry, next time I'll use the AI to train for next pronouncements. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity. Allow me share my screen. Yeah, so please confirm you can see my screen.
Yeah, please go ahead.
All right. Good evening, cool people. I hope you guys had a great day. So I'm David Bobolodra, with the founder and CEO at Compass AI. And Compass AI is an AI-powered platform that helps and guides tech enthusiasts basically in how to career in tech. And we're currently backed by Microsoft for Startups. And we also emerged the winner for the Pitch Fest 2024. We're also partners with Udemy, Coursera, and Allison. So let's get straight into it. Right. So what is the problem we're trying to solve here is the fact that 1 in every young African tech enthusiast, they either struggle to identify a suitable tech career path. So there are many people, I'm very much sure you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, right, that wants to start a tech career, but they are actually confused on how to start it, or they're struggling to start a career. Or some people that have actually started already, they lack guidance for learning continuity, right? After taking a course on maybe say Udemy or Coursera, they are quite confused on what's the next thing to do. So they lack guidance on learning continuity. While some other people, they're isolated and they feel alone, lack of community support, no mentorship or anything. And there are also a number of people as well that feel bored and unmotivated by watching course videos. They feel like, taking a course on Udemy is boring, I get tired and all of that. So that's the problem that 1 in every tech enthusiast in Africa actually face. And we actually solve that by building a learning experience platform called Compass AI. So Compass AI does not only recommend optimal tech skills, but also crafts career roadmaps. It also connects users, learners with mentors and a lot more. I'll come back to talking more about the product. But first, let's talk about why do we need Compass AI now? All right, the first thing, which is the very obvious truth, is the fact that we have actually observed immense growth in the African digital economy. And with that growth has actually, made us realize that there are actually insufficient tech talent in this region, right? And looking at the high rate of unemployment, many people are looking to actually start that tech career, so which has actually spiked and high numbers here, right? Because we're not only dealing with the African market, we're also dealing with the Asian market here as well. So for the Asian market has about 58% of the world's youngest population, followed by Africa, which has about 22.7%, right? And which gives us a whopping 1.2 billion, tech enthusiasts in these regions. And according to Statista, they're looking to spend about $38 per person, $38 in a year. This is bringing a total addressable market of over $12.8 billion. And in the next 5 years, we're looking to just capture just 10%, bringing us about $1.3 billion in a serviceable, obtainable market for the next 5 years. All of these data, they're all backed by Statista. And who's our competition? Well, we have PassStream, we have ProPilot, we have Career Copilot, but none of these platforms actually have the technology that we do, because we use psychometric evaluation, right? We have personalized roadmaps, we have access to courses and resources, even mentorship and community, which in all of these platforms. So that's our competitive advantage. And I promise to talk more about the product, which I'm about to do now. So when you go to Compass AI, what do you actually use? The very first thing you see is a psychometric AI assistant, right? So it's an AI that you can have a chat with. It's going to ask you questions about your strength, your interest, your motivation, your background, and then recommend test skills that actually fit you. Right? The second thing is, after you get the recommendation, the AI would actually tell you, this is the reason why this tech skill fits you. Then the next thing it's going to do for you is create a personalized career roadmap, right? So what's the next thing to do? What's the very, very first thing to do? Many people think the very first thing is taking a course, and maybe the AI doesn't think so, right? It's good. Maybe, take an intro course, not, I'll say an intro video, not a course. Look at it, talk to a mentor or some other things, right? So the AI will give you a personalized career roadmap depending on the resources that you have, alongside this mentorship and community as well. So who is that tech professional you've been looking up to for many years? On Compass AI, you can also have access to that mentor. You'll be able to pay for mentorship services, as well as collaborate with other, community learners as well. And another interesting feature that most of our people love, people that have tested our product, is the AI course moderator. So it's an AI feature whereby you're taking a course and you feel lost. You can just see a dangling button, click on the button, and you can ask them, oh, Compass AI, I don't understand words, but let's say motion graphics mean. And then it can actually explain to you, take you back to where, you had that problem, and, it's more of like a course moderator, right? So those are the core features we have on Compass AI as a product. And what's our business model? Very simple as well and affordable. First, users can actually subscribe with just $5 per month to have access to our free to our premium features, because it's a freemium model. Even without paying anything, you have access to some basic features and recommendation. But with paying, you will have access to the premium features. We also get about 20% commission from mentorships as well as a 10 to 25% commission on courses that are being purchased by our users on the platform. Because as I said earlier, we're partners with Udemy, Coursera, and Allison, so we also make money from that partnership. And who's the team, right? So allow me to introduce myself once again as David Bobola. I served as the Director General at DCS Africa. I've also been a researcher and AI engineer with close on a decade of experience, where I've gotten certifications from Microsoft and even recognitions from Harvard D3. And I'm not building this alone. As you can see, I have Ben, who is a mentor to many product managers, as well as a senior technical product manager at eDoc Online. I have Divine Favor, who is actually a data scientist collaborating at Google. That's the Gemini model at Google. I have Emerald, a full stack marketer, experience working at TZT. I have Adekunle, is one of the consultants at Paystack, as well as a chartered accountant. I have Dimeji, who is a startup lawyer with vast years of experience. And what have we done so far? So in the last 6 months, we launched our beta phase, the MVP, which has actually gathered over 10,000 conversations and has processed over 1,500 recommendations on the platform. And we've seen over 600 talent upskilled. And I mean, you can see here, these are just a few feedbacks from people that have tried our product. Allow me just read a few how he says, so delighted to come across this career guardian. It was impactful. And that person said, oh my goodness, I love this recommendation. I'm willing to explore this. And we believe would actually really be a great product to showcase at the World Summit Awards come April 2024 in India. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Joel. Thank you so very much there. And this will be an opportunity. I'm sure when you guys are done, I may want to share with you what the community project, which is a national project, and in fact, a continental one at that. And you guys may need to see at what point you guys can look at some level of partnership.
Beautiful.
Thank you so very much.
Very much.
AI. And before we go, I will actually share that vision with all of you, because it's not just about creating products. We need to take the products to the field. We need to be able to be at the point where they are working. And that is the whole essence. For me, right, even after 10 years, I believe, fine, I was just getting out, like I'm going to show that background. We've been getting, in fact, if you hear, you get to hear the likes of Budget. Budget was actually one of the things under this platform many years ago. And they're still doing so well, because even after this same stage, I get to go back to see how are they faring. Are they doing well? Are they not? It's unfortunate that we are from this part of the world. But guess what? That is still our strength. And that's why we can't lose focus.
Right.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dade. Thank you there for.
Thank you very much.
AI. Do we have another education category product? Okay, I'll move into green energy, environment and green energy. Environment and green energy. I have one product called Chip Market Deal, and we have obviously another product. I think I also have Rashid Aliu is also of that category. So let's confirm that they are around. And let me talk to Chief Market Deal.
Yes, we are around.
David Ezeon, please, I want to get the name correctly, please. David Ezeon Yekwere.
David Ezeon.
Excellent. Oh yeah, that's great. That's great. So please, you can take the floor, please.
All right, let me just quickly share my screen.
Everyone is a co-host. Everyone is a co-host, and you can share your screens.
Confirm if you can see my screen.
All right. Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Just a bit before I could start sharing my screen. My name is David Ezenyukwe. I'm the founder of Chip Market Deal. The full name is DC Agro and Farms Chip Market Deal, or Chip Market Deal by DC Agro and Farms, depending on how you pronounce it. And one of the main problems we are trying to solve is the issue of food wastage in Nigeria. And because a lot of people are hungry in Nigeria, and yes, and there's no affordable food to everyone. The first problem is affordable fresh farm produce delivered directly to you, and that's what we've been trying to do in Nigeria in the past 5 years when we started. What is the problem? The problem is accessing food sustainably by Nigerians. 25 million Nigerians face food insecurity due to inflated prices caused by middlemen, and food prices generally increase by 40% from farmhouse produce, from farm to household due to multiple middlemen. And at the end of the day, another problem is families cannot afford to buy food, the environmental issue of farm agriculture, climate change, food wastage, post-harvest losses, and most importantly, which is beginning to gain trend, is traceability. A lot of people like to get food, know where their foods are coming from in a traceable manner. And how do you want to solve this thing? Basically, we're trying to solve this problem using technology to incorporate agriculture, help farmers and reduce the carbon footprint of agriculture, help reduce food wastage, and food wastage. 40% of the food produced in Nigeria is lost before it gets to the people, contributing to environmental degradation and the rest of it. And a whole lot of times, 60% of the price from the farm, 60% of the time, the price from the farm increases by more than 60% before it gets to household. How are we trying to solve this thing? Basically, we're trying to solve this thing by connecting farmers directly to buyers, thereby eliminating the need for middlemen, reducing carbon footprint, and also reducing wastage along the road. The solution to this thing we are trying to do is through the digital market space, micro purchasing plans, and distribution hub. Why are we doing the digital market space? Most times, most of us are aware that before the farm, for example, a basket of tomato leaves Plateau State, it gets to Abuja, the amount of carbon that is emitted into the atmosphere, and sometimes the lack of distribution hub causes people to drive far distance to pick up foods. And another time, some people cannot buy large volume of food, and they have to look for micro purchasing plan. Now, how do we work together to achieve this thing? We have the website, we have the mobile app, we have partnerships with logistics company, and for teams, we have the corporate purchase plan, we have work with cooperatives. Then for the physical side, we have warehouses, we have pickup points, we have urban farmers market. Basically, we are bringing the farm to you, the farm final buyers. And for the farmers, we have a database for them. We have trainings, we have supply of micro grants, and we have microfinancing. What's the market size as of 2024? The market size of 2024 is $208 billion plus, and this value and total, and the average available revenue growing at 11.4%. Just it is estimated that the market is growing by 11.41% yearly. And funny enough, less than 1% of this revenue is generated through online sales. So less than 1% of this figure is done through online sales. And Nigeria has a population of 200 million plus persons. And it's estimated that an average human being eats more than 65 kilos of food in a month. Who are the target market? Our targeted markets are families, households, major cities, small-scale industry, small-scale trying to set up industry, corporate buyers, and cooperatives. Corporate buyers remain organizations, and for cooperatives remain organizational cooperatives. what our competition, if you look at this chart very well, you see that we have our competition, and one of the competitive advantage we have is we are affordable, we are efficient, because we need to say we have over 35,000 farmers across 28 states in Nigeria we work with. And if you look at it very well, due to we are dealing directly with the farmers, we are both affordable, we are both efficient, and basically we are able to perform better in the open market more than other of our competitors here. What is our revenue model? We are generating revenue by 5% on every purchase, which is far, far better than the 60% people have to pay, and it saves them a lot of time. We are also providing warehouse and storage solutions to people to limit and reduce the amount of emission that is released into the atmosphere. And we're also working partnerships with other brands we need to transform into a greener mode of delivery. Offline marketing, billboard, exhibition, and partnerships. Now, on the partnerships, we are going to market through collaborating with other relevant stakeholders, the several unions there, in order to work with them, in order to sell more. Growth strategy. Our growth strategy in Nigeria includes expanding to major cities. Currently, most of the available sub plans that do similar things only serve few cities. And we, in the past 5 years, we're able to serve 22 states in Nigeria. We're expanding to major cities, onboarding more farmers. I need to say that in the past 1 year, we've onboarded more than 5,000 new farmers. Bearing in mind that you can onboard a farmer today and tomorrow insecure to displace that farmer. So for we to onboard 35,000 farmers, it's a good number. And our growth strategy is through partnerships. Partnerships with relevant stakeholders, relevant agencies, relevant corporate bodies, and the rest of it. What is our unique proposition? Now, we've done more than 300 for the past 5 years. I need to say that this figure is given at 1,500 naira per dollar. That's when this figure is given. If you should do it at the rate of, let's say, 700 naira per dollar, it's more than that. We have access to a network of more than 30,000 farmers across 22 states in Nigeria. Media recognition from major media houses such as BBC, Reuters, Channels Television, and a whole lot of them. And we've done more than 10,000 transactions up to date. And basically, what are we asking for? We're asking mentorship, funding, access to ecosystem, and this is basically the team. This is David Ezenyika. I'm the founder and CEO, and this is the co-founder and the CTO, the Chief Technical Officer. So basically, what we are trying to achieve is enhancing food accessibility for Nigeria through technology, connecting consumers with farmers, and empowering the latter with quality input and market access in order to reduce carbon footprint and a whole lot of them. Thank you. Thank you.
That was excellent. That was nice. Okay, that was nice. Cheap market deal presented by David Ezenyika. So also from that same category, we would like to take Mr. Rashid Aliu. Mr. Rashid Aliu.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Your floor, very well, yes.
Trying to share my screen.
Mr. Kande, are you okay? Are we okay? Are we good? Mr. Kande, are we good? Are we good to go? Okay, all right. So you can continue.
Can you see me at all?
Very well, very well.
Okay. At Harley we are solving water contamination and disease outbreak while advancing clean energy access in Africa using our AI solar-powered proof solution. Have you ever imagined a few communities of Lagos? I returned home to hear that my neighbor's son had died from cholera. That night was the very most stressful night I ever had in my entire life. Adia died from a preventable waterborne disease, cholera. And in order to solve problem in this region, I co-founded Allegreen to build a solution to solve water contamination and disease outbreak. So in Nigeria, over 90% of households is suffering from water contamination and disease outbreak as a result of the use of conventional septic tanks, whose contents seep into the ground, contaminating the nearby well, borehole, and other water source. And as a result of this, 17,000 children die annually in Nigeria alone. And this is the highest number ever recorded for any nation in the world. And climate change is also adding pressure, according to UNICEF. And the root cause we've been able to identify and we're cost of evacuation of septic tank, the inflow of water septic tank that takes disease from the septic and spread it within the community, and the poor quality of material using to build septic tank, most especially. And our solution is a solar-powered biotechnology solution that treats and recycle human waste into and also treat nearby well into potable water. We also use an AI to monitor the temperature to help our solution work efficiently and also kill all harmful pathogens using temperature regulation powered by IoT. Our market size, Nigeria has about 43 million households in Nigeria, and currently from our beachhead market, we've been able to map over 100,000 households. And we've noticed that these people spent about 800,000 naira in building septic tank and a recurring expense of 120,000 naira per year, as they had to evacuate the septic tank annually 3 times in a year, 40,000 naira. That gives us 120. So this is our market we're trying to target. And from this market, we intend to focus on 5% of this market. That leaves us with 5,000 households. And at our product selling at 800,000 naira, that leaves us with a market size of 4 billion naira. We are not the only one in this market. We have Better Future. Their target is in waterlogged and flood prone, but they are not really solving the water contamination issue. It's not recyclable, and their product cost at $600. And we also which focus on every household, but it's way more dangerous than even using Better Future. So, and we also have the Olivet technology, which focus on every household, and it's not even innovative enough, and they are not solving the niche market we are trying to solve, which costs about $700. Our solution uses AI to moderate the temperature to kill harmful pathogens causing disease in these communities, and that distinguishes us from every of our competitors. And also advanced clean energy as SS energy from the solution is being used to power households for cooling and hot. Our users journey map is we partner with media marketing companies and also do community engagement. And this is how we when we get our clients, we appropriate the size of the septic tank that will be needed for their solution. Then after that, after the installation, we come in for installation. We also train women and youth on how to repair the solution. So we also provide job, and our solution has a lifetime of 20 years, and which also can be recycled as well to create a new product. And from the climate angle, our solution is an adaptive solution that helps users adapt to the heat waves that is causing floods that equally result to the spread of disease in community through septic collapse and the help. So our solution would not, you would never have to spend your current expense. It does not collapse, so it helps solve the problem of climate issue when flood occur and septic collapse. It's by recycling, our recycling model also helps us capture carbon emission associated with waste disposal and also new material production as we recycle our waste. because what we realize is that when they evacuate these septic waste, it's being disposed into the ocean, and what that does is that what's it called? It's harmful to the ecosystem and also harmful to the environment. So by using our products, you will never have to evacuate your waste, as it treats and recycle it into reusable water. So we've employed a circular economy model that helps treat and reuse human waste into reusable water. And here is the solution. Here is the solar-powered septic tank. This is the outlet here, and this is the inlet. And after 20 years, we discharge it to, and this tank, we've partnered with other organizations to recycle this tank into other use. And this is an upcycle chemical tanks into septic solution. We've been able to receive some support from Orange Corners Nigeria, 5,000 euro, gain recognition from the former Vice President of Nigeria, Osibanjo, with a grant funding of ₦1 million. We've built our prototype, launched our minimum viable, reached our first 50 customers in Lagos, Ogun, and Abeokuta, and with a revenue of $20,000 in the last 6 months. And currently, we've been selected as one of the 12 startups in Africa for the Green Tech Village Capital Green Tech Accelerators Program. We are also runner up for the UK Tech Upside Program. We also took the second place at the BFA Global Attack Hackathon that took place last month in Lagos. And currently, we are part of the GCIP Global Clean Tech Innovation Program Accelerator, being selected for the Cohort 3. And we've had partnership with Ogun State government to deploy with other partners to reach 1,800 estates. And currently, we are also in the verge of rebranding our solution. And currently, as I said, we've reached 50 households. By 2028, we intend to have reached 10,000 households with our local solution and create more than 3,000 jobs for youth and women, and recycle 100,000 metric tons of wastewater into clean energy, into clean water, avoid pollution. The drivers of our business is the numbers of blue box we are able to sell, and the numbers of customers we have. Across our beachhead market, we have 100,000 households. We are targeting just 5% of our beachhead market. That leaves us with 5,000 households. And our product selling at 450,000, that leaves us with 2.2 million naira in the next 5 years. And here is the team is led by myself, Rashid Ali. I'm a climate and energy innovator with business executive training from Lagos Business School. I have 7 years in building clean tech. I have with wastewater experts, Gabriel Simon with background in aquaculture with experience working with multinationals such as Faceland, Capital, PZ, Kusin, and Fumac. And I also have Abib Lasisi. So we are leveraging on the skills of our wastewater experts to help AI experts. We are leveraging on the skills using modern tools such as AI, machine learning, IoT, to actually build a tech product that helps solve our customers' problem as well. And we have Intel Fani as a communication and marketing strategy lead. And we dream to reach 1 million households with septic tank in urban and suburban by 2023, and to reach $10 million evaluation by 2027, and be the first unique clean tech startup in Africa, as well as innovate environmental friendly sewage treatment with technology based with less impact on human health and climate for the growing populace. We ask you all to join us as we close the water circularity loop, improve the quality of life, and advance climate resilient community in Africa. Thanks.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Thank you. You can stop your share. I trust all your projects and programs have been fantastic and quite worthy of listening to. Okay, FA has power issue. So if I may know, FA, can you talk? Mr. FA, can you talk? What category is yours? Mr. FA. All right. Okay. So I'll move on to the business and commerce category, where we have Stephen Adeyemo. Mr. Stephen Adeyemo. Please, before Stephen Adeyemo, let me thank the past speakers, Musami Umar, David Ojawo, David Ezel Oyekwere, and the last speaker, Rashid Alio. Guys did very brilliantly. Let me now give the floor to Mr. Stephen Adeyemo. His product is called Export Plug.
All right. Sorry, Minister, I want to share my screen.
Please go ahead.
Sorry for the difficulty. I'm coming, please.
That's a problem. So while that is ongoing, so by the time we're getting to the end, I'll share with you the community and the national project or the continental project dream. So from here, oh, excellent. Yeah, Musami Umar, please go for your prayers. Right. Okay. So I will be able to... Okay, please, you're ready. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Sorry, a minute, please. I don't know why I'm actually finding it difficult to share my screen. I don't know why.
Let me confirm again. You are co-host, so you should share. Be able to share rather.
All right.
Okay, Mr. Rashid, Mr. Rashid, you can mute yourself briefly. All right, let's see.
Wow. I'm very sorry for this difficulty, please.
I don't know. As co-host that I made everyone, you should be able to click on the share for it to share to project.
Okay, it's working now.
Excellent.
All right, my name is Stephen Adeyemo, and I'm the co-founder of Export Plug, and we are empowering global trade together. Meet Mrs. Umar. She's actually a farmer from Benue State, and she has the dream of feeding the nation, but unfortunately, she could not because she has to watch most of her produce get spots in her presence. And according to Business Day and PwC, we have 38 million smallholder farmers who need to sell their agri-produce yearly in Nigeria. But they have one, high entry barriers, unaffordable logistics, and also limited buyer access. That is why we created Export Plug, an e-commerce agri platform that connects smallholder farmers with global buyers and enable them get rewarded for their efforts seamlessly. So what is this solution about? It's actually an e-commerce platform which we are going to integrate AI. Access to low-cost, reliable transport options, which ensure easy and widespread access to goods. Second, actually expanded market access. Through application, smallholder farmers in Nigeria can easily export their produce without stress. And the last one is actually seamless trade facilitation, whereby we enable them to have seamless, streamlined process, efficient documentation, and smooth transaction for effortless trade. Our traction so far, we got incorporated January till February, and by March, we got our NEPC license to export goods out of the country. From April to September, we were able to build our MVP, which we just launched last week. And with the little progress we've made, we were able to join the TEF Accelerator, that is the Tolomidi Foundation Accelerator. We joined the Founders Factory Africa, and also we did an hackathon with East Ventures. So the business model, basically, how do we make money? We make money by charging exporters and smallholder farmers 5% service fee on all goods sold on our platform. So we actually have an estimate of an average metric ton of cocoa exports, for example, to be $1,000, and through our platform, we should be able to make $50 for every $1,000 worth of goods exported. They were projecting a profit of $14 million by the end of 2029. Then how else can we make money? You can also make money by having what is called visibility promotion, financing, and shipping, because a lot of exporters also have difficulty with financing their shipping their goods seamlessly out of the country. But with partnership with people like CFAX and also some other shipping companies out there, we can actually help them to get their goods shipped globally without stress. What's the market size you're actually envisioning here? So we are targeting right now $6 billion market share for now in Nigeria, and we hope to expand this to $154 billion by the end in 5 years' time. Because the market share for agric non-oil exports in Nigeria right now is $16, according to Statista. So what makes us different from every other person in the market? We are competing with the likes of Cobalt 360, Farm Crowdy, and Tribe Agric. But what make us stand apart? We have diverse product range. So platform right now been able to list, customers or buyers or sellers can list several agri produce like cocoa, cashew, different things can be listed on our platform. Why some of these other platforms only have access to list few goods, but we have diverse product range. Second one is actually what is called integrated logistics. So we are actually able to enable our exporters to have access to shipping companies on standby. So they don't have to worry about how to export their goods anymore or how to ship it anymore. So we have logistics service for them, which can enable them take their goods from their farm, either to our own warehouse or to the port for shipping. Next is actually what is called streamlined export process, from the process of documentation to the offloading at the warehouse. We help them with that, so they don't have to stress themselves. All they need is just to do, come to the platform, list their produce, and wait for them to get buyers. We make them export ready. So next is actually what is called enhanced market visibility. Imagine a farmer in Ibadan, Kano, Benue State who just have access to his farm alone, but we can give him wide market access to buyers as far as UK, US, Spain, India, anywhere in the world. They can come and buy for them without any stress. Next is local expertise. We've been able to collaborate with people like NEPC who can educate these exporters, and also some people in the government agency who can help them, like people like NAFDA can help them to fast track their documentation, which can make their goods satisfied in the global market and so on. Meet our team. I have 3 years experience as a visual designer and also digital marketing expert. And I'm a Tech Nigeria advocate, member of Tech Nigeria advocate, and also a member of the Economic Summit Group, Nigeria Economic Summit Group. I'm actually a digital economy policy member. Then also my CTO, he has 3 years experience, who is actually Adekoye team. Then he has 3 years experience as a full stack developer. And I have a pro manager. Her name is Onifade Olawumi. She works as a pro manager in the company and also a developer. So we're seeking for the sum of $20,000 to refine our MVP and acquire 1,000 smallholder farmers. So this is actually our vision. Our vision is to make, Nigeria a go-to place for exportation and streamline exports in Africa. Thank you so much for the audience, and we look forward to represent Nigeria in India next year.
Thank you. Thank you so very much, Mr. Stephen Adeyemo, for a spot plug. Thank you. Can I share your screen? Right. I think at this stage, I would say, yes, we have done well. So the next I rather want to share with you just briefly so that we can now talk a bit on what we need to do with projects going forward. 1 minute. Okay. 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 Okay, right. So let me share my screen once again. Right. I want to just right. So sorry. Now I want to just share you this background where what we mean by innovation bed. Innovation bed is actually an ideology, is an innovation bed Africa is actually an African ideology where we should be able to move projects, ideas, businesses across the entire African continent. So what we do with this, from charity that we've drawn for a couple of years from the Programmers Foundation. Programmers Foundation, what I do is I do software for the capital market. And I've actually supported the Nigerian capital market and quite a couple of other African capital markets for upwards of about 26 years. Okay, so that what we're now doing is to see how we can now open up these environments that we are familiar with the local innovations that we have, whether within Nigeria, whether within Ghana and some other places. And we are doing so by trying to impact the younger ones particularly. So the bottom line is that we're trying to impact the bottom line, that those undergraduates currently in tertiary institutions across universities in any African country. So the project of Innovation Bed, Data for AI, simply addresses every profession. People, if you understand that young girls or young boys today, as undergraduates into different courses, say philosophy, engineering, social sciences, English, and languages and the likes of them, at the end of the day, they want to leave, they actually want to leave school and they want to work in a bank. And those bank jobs are long gone. They are never coming back. So we're trying to get people to realize that there are opportunities in global advancements in artificial intelligence and machine learning. And each and every one of these people need to be able to respect the data content of their various courses. So we are actually building up all this relationship with African citizens, and we've actually had this across the Info Poverty World Conference series at the United Nations long before now. And we've actually sacrificed as long as possible that we've done so much that we are actually taking this small knowledge of artificial intelligence into all the various areas of career. I have listened to Compass AI. We're going to look at areas that areas that this can make sense together. We'll let you know. But then the whole idea is that we are actually having to groom and target a base across each African country. Now, and on this platform, the WSA is actually that UN project and process that looks for innovation across Africa. In Nigeria, we are focused on that. I'm also in touch with every other African national expert. And we are also using, many of them are actually with me on this drive, and we are using this to see how we can bring the entire African continent together along this goal. So by way of education, which are things that we can do internally by ourselves with people that we currently have. And of course, we have external partnerships. For instance, we have relationship with the NGE Solutions Incorporated in partnership with Harrisburg University of Science and Tech in the US. So, and of course, we also have a pipeline drive of people seeking admissions, perhaps in the universities from the UK, the US, and some of these universities converging in Dubai or any other part of the United Arab Emirates that people may want to go to, either because cost differential do exist and they earn the benefit of whether they were to go to UK or the US, and there's actually that drive. And we have a continental engagement across Ghana for now, Morocco, Gambia, Cameroon, Sierra Leone, Nigeria, Zambia, Uganda, Kenya, South Africa, Comoros, Togo, and more. This platform will be bilingual in the sense that we see a situation whereby language should never be the barrier, at least at this stage of African life. So that is just it. So when we're doing this, many other African countries are joining me. We have Senegal that is already in here. Okay, and we have Senegal that's currently in here, and we have Togo currently in here, and several others. Cameroon is dual language and all that. So we have the base opportunity, which we run as charity for undergraduates. So if there is any one of you who have interest in joining, and we can actually carve, it's just starting quite all right, and we'll be having our very first webinar on October the 5th across all this. You can imagine holding a little webinar, and you are having students from Togo, students from Senegal, students from the Gambia, from the Comoros in one single class, and you are disseminating information. And you see, Africa is waiting for Nigeria to help. And this is about what we can put together and bring about Nigeria's leadership to helping the rest of Africa, and of course ourselves, because we can't be doing it for gracias at the end of the day. So we have undergraduate programs that you can register in place. All these countries that we have located here, we have actually have data for all universities across the various countries, and we have locations, environments, and all that, and we actually make sure that people that we onboard on this identity are identified, so that we don't actually have identity management issue. So we're actually on top of that. And of course, people can actually from here, move from here, go to the Harrisburg, NG Harrisburg University portal for one education or the other. And that's about what I want to just share, because there are a lot more. At the bottom here, you can see people who are sponsoring, and we try to advertise. People do charity. If Compass AI wants to do charity here and promote it, one webinar or the other, we can actually flash their details in here, because you need to register, put all your details, and you can, once you become a sponsor will automatically have a landing page where people who are benefiting from your charity, from your funding of whatever form, whether to put like 10 people in a class of a special AI drilling or mentorship, and you have a landing page to show all the people who are benefiting from your CSR. And as many people will be under that area. And of course, different other alumni mentorship and all that will happen. And some other data and all that across the platform. So from here, this will take you to the World Summit page. This will take you to the NGE Harrisburg courses, programs, and all that, which is actually ongoing. And this is done between ourselves, NG Solutions in the Incorporated, and Harrisburg University, like I've said. We've particularly worked with Harrisburg University over several UN initiatives for the past, since 2010, and quite a lot of things that we put together for Africa. And since the pandemic, we have actually kind of used this and trained quite a lot of other people, particularly from Nigeria and some other parts of the world, which is actually ongoing. That would be like workforce training and workforce capacity development. So we have sponsors, we have facilitators, we have several other models on which we can actually we will be able to now know from time, not immediately now, in what form what you are doing is not about Nigeria. What you are doing is about the larger communities. It's about somebody like things about the agriculture, for instance. You can imagine something's happening in Senegal, and you're able to have all this done and all of that. So these are what we call by innovation-led Africa. So it's a major kind of thinking going forward in terms of education, in terms of any aspect of it, and we'll see how this goes. So first and foremost, let me just use this opportunity to thank you once again. I did not want this program to be more than an hour, but then we've done like 10 minutes after. But then in summary, we will actually take this and the sessions recorded with some other additional members of the National Pre-Selection Committee, and particularly for places, because we have the deadline of 30th of September. Now, on the 30th of September, there's actually a deadline, particularly for Nigeria, but the opportunity that is there, particularly for other categories, is that today, I would have sealed my category for health, I would have sealed my category for education, I would have sealed my category for business and commerce, and I have a tie in the green energy and environment category, and that's some work for the National Pre-Selection Committee, and we're very comfortable and very happy for the two projects, and we'll be able to look at what that has done. And of course, perhaps maybe after the deadline, we'll still have like a week, 2 weeks grace globally given to every other country too, that we can, at that time, you can begin to still look at your project. Because if I have your nomination, so please expect a letter from the World Summit Awards, of course, especially expressing the appreciation for being nominated, and subsequently you are given time to go and still look at your project, because quite frankly, accurate, competitive submission is always the big game, because this is an international thing. Many people from even particularly Europe may not even have the kind of product that you have, the quality, the standard, what it's doing, the impact of what you're even doing in your community. They may not even be addressing all of that. But because they know how well to paint things, make them really look very much of a good appeal. So that sometimes, this appeal value have a way of winning a juror. I'm a juror, for instance. If I pick a video and I watch a video and the video almost does all that I probably would have wanted to waste the time, download an app, look for this, look for that, and I'll be able to, from the video, get all the things I need with perhaps a bit of a read up. It encourages a juror to be kind of, to have interest, that keenness to want to look at your product a second time, and not just that I just see one part of it and I just gloss over it and I push it over because I want to see something else. So the process is that there are actually the World Summit, you usually have 2 stages of jury. There will be online jury where all national experts across about 180 countries are made to connect to the products from the different countries. And I'll be accessing and evaluating products from other countries. I can't touch products from Nigeria anymore. This was about the best and the last time I'll have the opportunity to discuss and be able to let you know the best we can do. But once the deadline is there and jury commences, it is every other juror from other countries that will be interacting with your projects, not talking to you directly, but accessing, and on the portal of other jurors will be able to know what products to go with and all of that. So there will be a first time of online jury. After the online jury, there will be a short list. The short list is to say that, oh, Nigeria has 5, 6, 8, maximum is 8 per country. When Nigeria has 8 countries, 8 products, 1 product per category, and you must have 8 maximum. So once you have actually pushed and nominated all those projects, once I'm done with all of that, then the prayer is at the first rating, people's products will be shortlisted, and they will now release a shortlist of people's products from all the countries that are actually qualified to be on the shortlist. Now, after that, then we now later have what they call the grand jury. The grand jury is to select a country where some experts from around the world will be asked to nominate themselves or to show interest, and you can join the grand jury. Depending on what the country is, that will be a physical on-site evaluation, and that will be what the band of the group of the grand jury will be able to do with your products. So once they are able to address all of that, they will be able to, per country, now come up with all the projects, come up with 40 winning products. So of all of this, so you can imagine, they'll be receiving close to hundreds of products. But at the end of the day, we need 40 best innovations. Each category, we have only one, or rather, we would only need 5 winners in each category. And in that 5 category, the best in terms of the value of assessment will become a group or category champion, you know? So that is, and we've had championship before, because last year, Nigerian won the youth category as the champion in the youth category. It was actually by a Nigerian, one Shoyambo. So we've, like, in fact, I wanted to do more on the website of the World Summit Awards, which you cannot do if you go to wsa-global.org, and you'll be able to even go to the page where maybe I will share that with you on the page of the winners, and you can be able to access all past winners and what they've done. To win the World Summit Award is not easy, but Nigeria have had some consistency in the past 15 years. Every year or other year, we would have had at least one product or 2, sometimes 3. 2 years ago, we had 3 winners. Last year, we had just 1 from the junior category, and I think we should do well this year too. Right. Any question anyone may want to ask? Thank you. And Efe, can you talk? I was asking, what category is your own project? If I can look at the time that we can actually negotiate together, can you talk? Education. Okay, great. Okay, so, and you know, we would have had that opportunity of dealing that together now. Okay, right. So, okay, I can understand. No problem. Okay, thanks, Fefe. All right, so let's take any comments. Mr. Umar from Egypt. Any comments? Let's take a parting shots. Okay, perhaps still engaging the prayer time. Mr. Rashid Aliu, just a parting shot. Can I speak with you after this program? No problem, that's okay. Right, no, I will actually, once we are done, we'll know at what level I'll need some other expert comments for when we've gotten to. Okay, Mr. DMO, any parting shots? Mr. DMO, any parting shots? So we can wrap this up. All right, I'll go to Mr. David. Is he on your query?
I'm kind of, I'm probably send a picture later. Oh, that's okay for you.
Great, great. Okay. David, Mr. David Ojawo.
No, all right, I think I'm good. I think everything's clear. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Thank you so very much. So we'll all continue. I'm sure we're all in the Innovation Bed WhatsApp group. We can further more inquiries, anything, but then please continue. And for some of us, like we mentioned, if you still have 1 or 2 things to do on your submission, please do your letter to Michaela, and you should get a response. May I know somebody here who has done so and has not gotten a response yet? So we can send a reminder. You are free to please forward a reminder. I did that some yesterday or thereabout, but please, if you've sent a mail and you've not gotten feedback, is there anyone? Okay, all right. So in the absence of no other thing, I will declare this session closed. And we may obviously have another session for other categories before the final closures. But like I said, after the 30th, which is the last day for Nigeria here, I will just see that any other category, we still have other categories We have heritage that is still open. We have inclusion and empowerment that is still open, and we have smart settlement and urbanization that is still open, and we can actually look at another time for this determinations, maybe within the week next week. So thank you once again. I appreciate you all, and thank you all the best. Any information or any constraint, please just drop it in the group there. We'll continue from there. And of course, any other person who may have had that experience also can respond to whoever may be needing any assistance. Umar, I'm sure you also follow up from there. I understand your calls or something wasn't working, but there's just nothing better. Since your WhatsApp from Egypt has been adding there, you are as good as any other one local here. So thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we don't have ladies, okay? Please, let's encourage more women to innovate. It pays for women to innovate. All the best and have a pleasant week, evening.